Newsy National Correspondent Maura Sirianni live tonight from the Georgia election headquarters. Maura, what do we know so far about those early votes?
Hey, Julie. So yeah, just like you said, the first batch of votes is coming in, and I'm actually joined here at perfect timing by the man of the hour, the man of the day, Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. Can you give us an update on how many people have come out to vote today?
We know it's just a little bit north of 1.4. We don't know exact 1.4 million. Okay. We'll get that number up as soon as we can, but we're calculating that, getting those numbers in. And we've already obviously uploaded, the first results. Now that came in primarily from Fulton County, which obviously that's why Raphael Warnock, Senator Warnock, is stronger at the right time. But people, grab your popcorn, grab your seat. But we will continue to post results, we believe, very quickly. And we're really grateful for the work the county's done, and also the Election Integrity Act, which allows us all that pre-scanning.
And I've heard a lot of pretty good feedback from voters today. I know we have 2,700 locations, voting locations across the state. Do you think that has in part helped things move so quickly today for people who did come out to vote?
Well, absolutely. But if you go back in November when we had our general race then, we also had short lines because we've been working with the counties. We have 2,700 precincts, and the average wait time got down as 1 minute. Mm-hmm. And once you got to the front of the line, and there really wasn't a line, it was 47 seconds to check you in. In fact, I got there early this morning to vote myself, and they opened up at 7. I was number 10 or 12 in line, and I was out of there in my car by 7:08. So that's the kind of results you're seeing. So voters are just having fun voting because they're not in those long lines that we used to have.
What is your goal for the night as far as reaching out to these larger counties, Gwinnett, Chatham County, and Savannah, and getting their numbers and not waiting until they have totals, but just kind of getting these numbers in quickly? What is your message to those large counties? Well,
they're working on that, and they'll get those numbers to us. And we just don't know how close the race will be. And that's when people say, well, can you predict who actually wins this thing? Well, it depends how close it is. But the counties already have uploaded, and they've been able to do all the pre-scanning of the absentee ballots. And then obviously you scanned all the in-person voting. Some of the counties were sequestered today so they could post the tabulations right away. So now it's just what happened today. And a lot of the precincts will be buttoned up, and their results go to the county by probably 8:30 to 9 o'clock at the latest. So it'll come bit by bit all across the state, but we'll have a lot of, reading the tea leaves. I think by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, you get a sense of where we're going.
Okay, I was going to say, what's your prediction as far as when we could know a winner?
Well, it depends how close it is, because you just have some of those UOCAVA, the overseas military ballots, that can be accepted up until Friday, and then you have about 3,400 of those absentee ballots in Cobb County that a judge says can be accepted up till Friday. So we just don't know how close it is yet, but it was a very strong turnout today. And in spite of the weather, voters came out to vote, and I think they had a good time.
Last question, 30 seconds. What is your, what would you like to say to the winner and the loser and those who maybe voted for a candidate, their candidate loses tonight, as far as accepting the results of this election and election integrity in Georgia? Well, what is your message?
Well, my message is that I understand that, one person is going to be doing handstands and cartwheels. They'll be so excited, and the other side will be very disappointed. That's what happens in elections. But what I said is when I was running a month ago that I was going to accept the will of the people. But then we also did an audit of my race just to verify, here's what the counts were on election night, and here's what they were with the audit, and they just lined up almost perfectly. I got about 20 extra votes, but that just shows you how close it is when you have millions of people voting. And so we want voters to have confidence in the process, and that's why we're going to audit this race afterwards. And that means hand counting a selected number of those ballots randomly chosen so we can verify the vote counts.
I could talk to you about this all night. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know you're a busy man. We'll be checking back in with you.
Absolutely.
All eyes on Georgia. Julie, we're going to send it back to you in studio.
All right, Maura Sirianni reporting from Atlanta tonight. Thanks so much for that.